Well, hello and welcome to the next vid. And yeah, sure. I kind of didn't expect to be able to do anything since I cut myself quite badly about a week and a half ago or something like that. But well, anyway, I can't sit still and do nothing, so it's the next project. And currently it's in this. Oi, oops. Oh well, did you get hurt? Hope not. Anyway, it's a rack unit like the other one, that amplifier I made, but this one is going to be a preamplifier. And so far I managed to put in the standard RCA schematic to get the RIA equalization for, oh well, probably no need for that. And anyway, and this one is a bit special actually. It's been whatever it is on here, but I took it apart to get to the unit. So I actually have a quite fun feature that I can open up the front on it, and I'm planning on keeping that, just maybe replace this at some point. Oh well, you can't see that, but anyway, to get a new front plate, it's fairly easy to replace, it should be. So well, let's give you a look at the inside. For how it looks now, it's basically there's the two tubes right in. I have places for 4 more tubes, power supply, much too huge capacitors, and a bit of stuff like that. And as you see, I have a lot of stuff under right now, so I'm not going to take it out. But anyway, it still has a few hum problems since it's a really high gain stage in the amplifier there. And yeah, that's about what I have to tell about this thing. I haven't really figured out what to put in more in here, but I'm gonna have a switch. I can switch past the RIA amplifier stage, so that I can use regular music, play regular music to preamp too. And for the plan is to build basically the same circuit as here and switch between the circuits for what I want to use. And no, I'm not going to design a RIA amplifier in a pre-stage with RIA equalization, since, well, I'm not good at those things just yet. Anyway, so that's how far this is now. Today I made these covers. They're a bit different, mostly speaker and oscilloscope parts, but no one needs to know that. And yeah, this one here is just a basic plate that I made and stuck to the wall halfway through. I am planning on putting something more like here to make it a bit more stable. So yeah, and well, the thing I'm going to do with the power supply mostly is replace this here resistor, since, well, I have a fuse, you see there, that the capacitor is blowing that fuse up without that resistor. But someone told me that the choke doesn't work its magic when you have a resistor straight after it like that. So I'm gonna try to do a bit of more of conventional power supply with the choke and small capacitors between RC network, and then feed it to the large capacitor and see how that turns out. Hopefully it will work fine. The B plus will slowly ramp up because of the load from the capacitor through the resistors. It ramps up slow even as it is now, just through 125k. So, well, hopefully we won't have any problems with the hum. And oh yeah, I have to build the filament circuits too. I haven't done that yet. So, I don't know where to fit that, but it's gonna be a small 10 volt transformer and 7806s modified to 6.3 volt regulators to get a stable and nice filament. DC filament, since the high gain stage might be affected by running AC wires through the chassis. So yeah, and that's about what I'm gonna do with this thing. And if anyone wants to see me live stream the build, I might actually do that. I haven't decided yet, since I very rarely sit down and build the entire thing. I go away to eat, build, get components, go drive and get more stuff and stuff like that. So, well, we'll see about that. Oh, and by the way, I managed to figure out how this thing works too, so I have a signal generator working now. I'm gonna try to trim in this radio here it's working now after few too many capacitors replaced, but it has really bad receiving. So I'm gonna try to tune it, and we'll see how that goes. I'm currently waiting for some classic screwdrivers to make that work. So, well, yeah, I have way too much stuff. But anyway, see you next time, and if you want to see anything, just leave a comment and I'll try to answer.